Aloha, beautiful souls. This is Ryan of tranSOULution, and welcome to my channel, Transform with Ryan, where I am bringing in that light whenever there are shadows. Now, in this pick a card tarot reading, you are going to find out what spiritual lesson do you need to learn now, okay? So this could be speaking to the current circumstances in your life and you're trying to make sense of it all. Maybe there's some confusion as to why this is happening. So here in this reading, we'll get that clarity for you, okay? What lesson is trying to be taught to you? What lesson are you needing to learn now to move forward and expand in your life journey? So there are four doors here, four spiritual doors, as I like to call them. So meditate, tap into that peace and calm within you, tap into that capital T truth within you that comes from love, that comes from compassion and peace. And when you are ready, go ahead and take a look at these four doors and make your choice to see which door is calling to you the most. And of course, if there's another door that's calling to you as well, then there may be more than one lesson that you're meant to learn right now because you are that A+ student, that overachiever, okay? No shame in that. So make sure you go to that reading as well, okay? So we have door number 1, 2, 3, and 4, and you'll see the links to go to your reading or readings down below. I'll see you there. Hey there, Star Fam. Welcome back to another reading here at Transform with Ryan. Oops, move your doorway here. And I'm so happy to be doing this reading for you on what spiritual lesson do you need to learn right now, all right? And so for those of you that were drawn to this first door here, I was instructed by Spirit that it doesn't matter what it says on the other side here, and so not to worry about it. So we're gonna put your doorway here off to the side, and let's start pulling some cards here, okay, to get an idea of what spiritual lesson do you need to learn now. Okay, so there's one. Okay, and I was instructed to do 3. Okay, so there's another one. And oh my gosh, okay, I guess we got 4. Spirit was like, okay, we'll do 4 for this reading, JK. The other ones we can consider 3. All right, so let's move this here so we can squeeze these into the same row. All right, so you have, sorry, maybe I'll bring these a little closer to the screen too. First one that jumped out is safe home. The next one that came out here is psychic protection. And we have passion, ooh la la. And here we have magical powers, all right? So there are quite a few lessons actually. So it's more than one lesson that you are being tasked with learning right now. So kudos to you. Spirit believes you have a lot of energy, a lot of potential, a lot of capability within you to give you more than one lesson. So let's dive into those, okay? So with safe home and psychic protection, what I'm getting is one of the big lessons you're learning right now is boundaries. All right, how to create boundaries to protect you from other people's energies, to protect you from the negative influence from other people, but also the boundaries to help you assert and step into your own power, all right, and not be at the mercy of other people and what they say or do to you to affect your self-esteem. All right. And so what I'm getting here is also with this safe home is you need to feel safe within yourself. You need to learn how to feel safe in making choices for yourself, all right? And not allowing other people to make choices for you. Does that make sense, my loves? Okay, you need to feel safe and secure in making your own choices, setting those boundaries on what you allow into your life and what you don't, okay? And the other lesson I'm getting here is when it comes to love and intimate relationships with this passion, that's another area where you need to create boundaries. Okay, what I'm getting, which is very interesting, is I'm being called to this fire here from the Magical Powers card. And what I'm learning is that some of you are easily drawn in to the orbit of the person you're crushing on, the person who you're in a relationship with, okay? It's like you easily lose yourself in your passion and your love for them, and you start to forget who you are and forget your needs, and you start kind of living your life for them, and sort of your experience of life is kind of dependent on how they're doing, okay? And it's like when they're miserable, you're miserable. When they're happy, you're happy. And a lot of people, at the surface, that seems like a beautiful romantic idea and kind of what everybody strives for. But really, when your partner is miserable, it's okay to sympathize and empathize. But at that moment in time, your partner also needs support. Okay, so when they're spiraling downward, you're gonna have to be that anchor so that they don't spiral too far downward. Okay, and they're gonna need your support. So it doesn't help if you spiral down as well. Okay. So again, sympathy and empathy is okay, but feeling exactly what they're feeling and taking their lead is not okay. That's a boundary that you need to establish and be very clear upon. So that's that message, that's the lesson that is being conveyed with this passion card. And here with this magical power, it's really all about stepping into your divine self and your divine truth. Okay? Again, you are what this is reinforcing for you is that you are a magical being. You are more capable than you give yourself credit for. Maybe some of you are more capable than you actually acknowledge or you actually know, like you don't have faith in yourself. Okay? And so Spirit is saying, no, you do have power, you do have strength. Okay? That's the big thing. You do have a strength about you. You are not weak, and you don't have to be sort of at the mercy of how the world sees you, how the world feels about you. Okay, that's again, it's coming back to this importance of creating boundaries for yourself. So, one of the things that you're going to need to really honor after you leave this reading is if something doesn't feel right to you, if something doesn't feel good to you, or if you're just flat out not interested in doing something, you need to let people know, okay? And you need to stand your ground and say, hey, I don't like when you do that. I don't like when you say that. Or this is how I actually feel on this situation. This is my opinion, like take it or leave it. But because this is my opinion, this is what I'm gonna do. All right? So think in those terms, think in that way, because that's the lesson you're learning right now that you're going through. So let's get some tarot here. Let's see what else Spirit has to advise you on when it comes to your current spiritual lesson that you are in the process of learning. Okay. So we have Four of Wands, Wheel of Fortune, Four of Swords, Justice, the Empress. Wow, okay, we got 3 major arcana cards showing up. Is there going to be a 4th? No, 5 of Swords. Okay, so we have this 4 and 5 of Swords progression here. We also have a 4 of Wands. Okay, so what I'm getting with this number 4, the reason why I was drawn to make note of these numbers is that things have been a bit stagnant. Things have been a bit complacent. Okay, that's the number 4. It's about stability. It's about anchoring things in. It's about sticking with the status quo. All right, and that's been a bit of an issue for you, that you've gotten into this habit again of not honoring your boundaries, letting other people kind of have their way with you, walk all over you in whatever form that takes, okay? And Spirit is saying, okay, that's not healthy anymore. That's not where we need to be, okay? We need to step away from that. We need to transform. The 5 is the number of transformation, okay? So the fact that we see 4 moving into 5 is like, you need to step out of this status quo and embrace change, embrace transformation for the better. All right, now what do the cards have to say here beyond this? All right, so firstly, let's go to the justice because that's the most obvious here. This is about balancing, okay? This is about doing what's right for everybody, and if not everybody, for as much of the people involved as possible, okay? This is about ethics, this is about morality, and it's not right for someone else to kind of poo poo on you and take advantage of you and take you for granted. It's not right for you to be like a doormat for other people, okay? You deserve to have your needs met as well, okay? And it's not healthy if you don't balance the needs and wants of those people closest to you, okay? And you let their needs come before yours always. That's not how it's meant to be. Yes, help out, assist when you can, when you have the capacity, but don't do any self-sacrificing behavior, all right? That's what's coming through here. And you see this yin yang symbol that this person is standing on. And this is about, again, having that balance between masculine, divine masculine, and divine feminine. So taking action, doing what you can to protect others and help others, but also receiving protection, receiving love, receiving assistance. So you cannot be doing purely one or the other. There has to be this balance between both, okay? Now, what's interesting is what's coming through here with the Wheel of Fortune and the Empress energy is that what I'm getting is this relationship that is an area where you're going to need to work a little bit more on to achieve this lesson has to do with some soul contract that you have with divine feminine energy, with divine mother energy. So the most obvious thing, and for many of you this applies, is this mother energy, healing mother wounds, okay? So that could be with your birth mother or your adopted mother. It could be with just the maternal figure in your life, maybe if that's an aunt or a grandmother, for example, or an older sibling, okay? Or maybe some kind of mentor or coach that you look up to as a mother figure, okay? And so there's healing that needs to be done there. That's why they came into your life. You have a soul contract with them. That's this Wheel of Fortune, okay? This is a fated connection, a destined connection. They're in your life serving this role for a reason because of this spiritual lesson that you need to learn right now, okay? Maybe it could even be with your significant other, okay? If you are attracted to feminine, female identified individuals, it could be that. And I'm getting that because of this Four of Wands. You have this couple getting married, okay? So it could be your divine counterpart who has the divine feminine energy or is female identified. There are some patterns and some behaviors that need to be healed and for your highest and greatest good. So creating boundaries with that person in your life because they've been trapping you. That's what this Four of Swords is. They've been trapping you from spreading your wings, from free movement, from independence and doing what you want, doing what brings you joy and happiness. You've been restricted to some degree in some way, shape, or form because of the dynamics with this divine feminine mother kind of relationship, okay? And here, with this card, this is sharing a story from, you know, the Egyptian Parthenon, I think, is what you call the collection of gods and goddesses. So I'm like blanking on the names right now, but one of the gods chopped up their brother, a brother god, a sibling god, who was married to Isis, and put their pieces all around the land. And of course, so she's upset and crying because her husband was like murdered and chopped up into pieces. And so what this story is saying is that you have been sacrificing pieces of yourself in this relationship, okay? You have been giving up your passions, giving up your interests to make space for this other person, okay? And it's not healthy. It's not healthy to have this boundaries. It's important that you have your interests and your needs met as well, and you're able to explore those interests and those passions independently, okay, from your relationship and without restriction. So this is something very important for you to learn. This is the lesson that you're learning right now. Okay, let's get some encouraging messages from Spirit and Source about this lesson and this journey moving forward. Okay, now that you've received this message and now you know what your spiritual lesson is, what kind of encouragement and advice does Spirit have for you? So we have celebration. Celebrate your achievements. You truly are a gift to the universe. So in some ways, you may feel like you're nothing without this person and you forget who you are. You forget your power. So Spirit is saying celebrate your power. Celebrate what you're capable of doing on your own. Ascension. Your soul is evolving to higher states of consciousness. You are ready for this. Bam. Okay. Setting boundaries may feel uncomfortable. And again, you're maybe worried about hurting other people's feelings, but this is necessary. All right. And this ascension we talked about going from a 4 to a 5. Gratitude. Universal love shines through the miracles of life all around you. Okay, so express gratitude for the lesson that you are learning and for the roles that people play in helping you learn this lesson. Okay, gratitude is a very, very high vibrational frequency to tap into whenever you're feeling low. So let me know what you thought of your reading. Okay, my loves, comment down below what was resonating with you, what was speaking to you. And of course, I invite you to like and subscribe and of course share this channel or this video to people around you that would benefit. And please make sure to turn the notification on as well so you don't miss out on when a new video is posted. Now, for those of you that are a little bit daunted and a little bit concerned and worried about how this is going to play out, there is an opportunity just for you. If you go to the description box below, you'll see a link to book an energy alignment session with me. And in that session, we will identify a core problem here and put it into your own words, your own experience, so very personalized, and we'll come up with a game plan for you, okay, to help you overcome and help you achieve. So make sure to book that appointment, the energy alignment session, and I'll see you there. But of course, thank you so much for hanging out with me and allowing me to pass these messages on to you, Star Fam. Sending you all so much love and cosmic hugs. Bye. Hey there, Star Fam. Welcome back to another powerful reading here at Transform with Ryan. And for those of you that were drawn to this door here, let's get into your reading on what spiritual lessons do you need to learn now, all right? And Spirit was letting me know you don't have to focus on the message behind the card here, behind the doorway, that it's all about starting off with this deck, okay? So let's see here, what spiritual lessons do you need to learn now? What experience are you going through at this time? And what is the lesson beneath it all right? So let's get some clarity on that, Star Fam. So you have a safe home. This came out actually for the first reading. So you know how I said in the beginning, if you feel drawn to more than one reading, trust that. It could be that you were drawn to card number 1, spiritual doorway number 1. So you might want to go check that out. And next up, you have victory, okay? And you have letting go. All right, so what I am seeing for you here is that safe home really is speaking to me of stepping outside of your comfort zone, especially now that I see it paired up here with letting go, all right? And so for you to achieve the change that you want in your life, you're going to have to let go of some security here. You're going to have to let go of sort of this safe way you can play things, this safe way you can do things, right? It's like you're playing it safe, and Spirit's like, you got to let that go if you want victory, if you want to achieve something. You're going to have to take a risk. You're going to have to do something different that might be a bit uncomfortable for you. You're going to have to do that, okay? That's the growing part here, is stepping into something uncomfortable, stepping into something unknown, unfamiliar to you, okay? Basically, you're going to have to do something different, and you need to embrace that, and you need to sort of let go of old behavior patterns and old ways of thinking if you're hoping to achieve victory, whether that's in love, whether that's in finances, whether that's in career, or your health, or your spirituality. So Spirit is saying that you've been a bit stubborn and you've been a bit unyielding, like you're kind of digging your feet and you're like, I don't want to do that. It's like, what I'm hearing from Spirit is like, you're thinking to yourself, well, I know that maybe I should be doing something different, but I don't want to. Or I know that this is the way I should be going, but I'm scared to do it. Or how can I trust that it's going to work out? Because that's, that's something new. I've never tried that before, so I don't know what the outcome is going to be, right? So why should I try it? Why should I risk it? And Spirit is saying, this is that chapter in your life where you have to learn how to be okay with risk and where you have to learn how to trust. You're going to have to learn how to have faith in a positive, successful outcome. Ooh, this is a very powerful lesson, one that I've also experienced myself at times. And sometimes these lessons, they come back multiple times in different forms and in different ways, okay? So just be open to do something different, do something new, because honestly, what is the one constant in life, guys? What is the one thing that you can always rely on in life? Change. Okay? The only constant is change. All right, so let's get some more messages here from the tarot. So you have 3 of Cups, 8 of Wands, and 5 of Cups. Okay, so again, what I'm getting from this, there's a little bit of reinforcement of letting go of the past. So you have some type of attachment to doing things, okay? You have an attachment maybe to a relationship, to a job, whatever the constant in your life, the thing that has been stable, is you've been sort of using it as this lifeline, and you've been externalizing your safety and security onto this thing. And it's like, oh my gosh, if this thing changes or I lose this thing, then my world is going to crumble around me, okay? That's what your mind is tricking you into thinking, and that's not true, okay? There's this opportunity for something more, something better, something new, something wonderful to come into your life, but you need to make space for it, and that's about letting go of something, whether it's a person, a place, an object, a belief system, an idea, a job, whatever, okay? It's about letting it go. It's a general reading, so take it as it applies to your personal situation. And what the tarot is saying here is when you make new connections, okay, things will move fast for you. Opportunities will rise up for you. Success will be there for you. Okay, doing something, new connections, and that could be connections with people, right? Or it could be even just connections with ways of thinking, new strategies, new sort of action plans, right? So what I mean by that latter part, because that's a little bit more abstract, is like, so say you go to the gym and you're doing the same type of workout, okay? And you've seen sort of this plateau in your results, and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm doing everything the same. Why am I not experiencing any improvements like I did before, okay? And maybe in some cases you're like even going down, okay? And really it's like, hey, maybe it's time for you to learn a new technique. Start exercising in a new way, pick up a new hobby, right? Maybe it would help you at this point in time to start doing yoga instead, or take a dance class instead, okay? Kind of mix it up here. So that is what that idea means when it's not like making a new connection with a different person or a different company, department, whatever, all right? And now we also have Star, 8 of Cups, and 3 of Coins. Okay, so we have these messages reinforced with another layer of cards here, okay? So you see in the 8 of Cups, this person is choosing to walk away. So this person here, they're drowning in their grief, they're drowning in their insecurities and their worries, their anxieties and their fears. This person is moving away. So Spirit is saying you're gonna have, and this person is peaceful. They're not wigging out, having a breakdown like this person. This person is consciously choosing to walk away and move forward into a brighter, different future. And that's the lesson is here. You need to trust to move forward, trust in change, all right? And that's how the star, which lines up so beautifully with this victory card here, because the star is like wishes getting granted. This is your compass to move forward, is leaving something behind. This is your North Star path, all right? And here with the Three of Coins, again, we're talking about connections. So this is speaking for those of you in regards to career in particular, is making new connections with people, all right? That if you are feeling that calling to leave your job or leave your position and go to a different position within the same company, or take a different job with a different company entirely, or even change career paths, and you're afraid, Spirit is like, you have to trust it, okay? That this new venture, this new career, this new job, this new calling as far as profession goes is going to really get you closer to your true goals in life, all right? And that perhaps for many of you, you've already learned what you needed to learn. You've already achieved and accomplished whatever you needed to achieve at this phase in your life. And so now it's time to level up, do something different. You've done all you can with your circumstance as it is. There's nothing more to be gained, okay? It's just all about stagnancy now. Like nothing's gonna be changing. You're not gonna go up. And if you do go down, it's not gonna be by much, but you're just gonna stay the same. So if you want more, you gotta do something different. You gotta step outside of this comfort zone, my loves. So that's the spiritual lesson that you need to know. Let's get some oracle cards here from your spirit guides, from your guardians, and also from your higher self. And see what else will support you on this spiritual lesson. Channel. You are a channel through which healing energy reaches the world. So you feel a greater calling, okay? You feel that there's something bigger out there for you. You just need to take that leap of faith and go for it. Transcendence. Transcend your mind's limitations and allow your soul's light to truly shine. There you go. So transcend that fear. Transcend that mentality of like, I can't do this. This is too scary. Let go of that. Earth guide, your sacred calling upon this planet is to simply love and be loved. Okay, so this is just reassuring you that you are supported, okay? That there are forces that are unseen that are assisting you throughout this process if you will allow them and if you will take that leap of faith. So let me know what you thought of your reading down in the comments below, and I invite you to like and share this video as well as subscribe, okay? Because we do a lot of these high vibe readings here at Transform with Ryan, and the best way to make sure you are aware as soon as a new video is posted is by turning the notifications on. Now, for those of you that actually need personalized support on this journey, because this is a big calling here with your spiritual lesson, I invite you to look in the description box below. There is a link for an energy alignment session with yours truly. So take advantage of that, okay? Let's come up with a personalized roadmap and game plan for you to move forward and transcend your worries and fears and step into this brilliant, beautiful future where your dreams and wishes are achieved and granted. So I look forward to connecting with you, loves. And until next time, thank you so much for hanging out with me. Sending you so much love and cosmic hugs. Bye. Hey there, Star Fam. Welcome back to another reading here at Transform with Ryan. And today we are going to find out what spiritual lessons do you need to learn now, all right? So those of you that were drawn to this doorway, it's a little bit dark, right? With this beautiful sunshine coming in here towards the end of that doorway. Spirit is telling me that we don't have to worry about the message on the other side, and we'll just use the cards to get straight into your reading on what spiritual lessons do you need to learn now. Okay, so what is it that you're going through right now? What challenges are you experiencing, and what is the message and the lesson beneath it all? So let's find out, all right? So one final shuffle like this, and we have joy. Oh, how beautiful is that card? I really love that orange color, just like popping. Confidence. I'm loving this. We got another orange-ish card. And Destiny. Oh, wow. This is definitely a different tone than the other two readings I just did. This is like very warm, fuzzy energy here. And what I'm noticing with your cards here is that we have these two orange cards, and it's just screaming to me that you're at this lesson and this point in your life where you're really having to strengthen and cultivate your sacral chakra here, okay? So this is your chakra of passion, sensuality, sexuality, creativity, all right? And so, what does that all mean here with this lesson that you're in the midst of learning? So, what I'm seeing here for you is, with joy and confidence, is that some of you have been feeling a bit shy or a bit timid when it comes to sharing your gifts, expressing love and attraction, okay? And this definitely could be love and attraction in that romantic way, okay? But also some of you are a bit afraid to embrace and go after your passions and your hobbies, okay? Maybe some of you have been thinking like, oh, that's just a waste of time, like I should be making money, I should be doing more work, or oh, I'm not really good at that, like I don't have as much skill, so what right do I have to want to do more painting or more dancing or more singing? And so you don't have that confidence in your abilities, okay? And it's one thing, yeah, to have like a natural talent and have that also line up with what you're passionate about, right? So maybe some people have a natural talent for painting and they're very passionate about it, right? That's one thing. But you don't have to be talented at something to be passionate about it, all right? All you have to concern yourself with is just the desire to explore that passion, to be active with that passion. Okay, so if you love painting, it doesn't mean you have to be an expert at it. It doesn't mean you have to have natural talent at it. All that is important is that you find joy when you do it. Okay? And for some of you, when it comes to love and romance, like yes, you need to have a little bit more confidence when it involves going after the object of your desire, okay? Like striking up that conversation, asking them out on a date, letting them know how you feel about them, right? That kind of thing. But also what I'm seeing here too is for some of you, when it comes to the relationships that you have, are you experiencing joy in them? Do they make you happy? Do they fulfill you in life, or do they bring you down? Are they toxic? Okay, so you're gonna need to differentiate that, all right? And as we pull in this energy of destiny, that adds another layer here to this spiritual lesson, all right? So when it comes to confidence, when it comes to expressing yourself creatively, sexually, romantically, whatever that is, this your destiny is to really have your passions fulfilled, okay? But you need to build up this confidence. You need to take aligned action towards them. So this destiny that you have of meeting the one, maybe for some of you, meeting your future spouse, you need to start to have confidence in your attractiveness, your sexuality, your sort of value as a partner in a relationship. And for those of you that it involves like something you're passionate about, perhaps, yeah, you may not be an expert or naturally talented at painting, dancing, singing, or, running a business or whatever it is, but it doesn't mean that's not your destiny to get better at it. Okay? It doesn't mean that it's not your destiny to master that skill or that talent. And so just because you're not so great at it right now, that doesn't mean you aren't meant to be great at it in the future. Okay, so that's part of the destiny path here, is that you are passionate about this for a reason, okay, because it's ultimately going to serve you along your path. Now, does it mean necessarily, I don't want you to be misled by this, guys, does it mean that, hey, if even though I don't think I'm a great singer, but I pursue my passion for singing and I sing every day, maybe I even hire a vocal coach, does that mean I'm going to be a worldwide best-selling musical artist and win a lot of awards and Grammys and whatever? No, not necessarily, but it could be that you will experience some sort of use for the singing, right? Like maybe you'll do things like sing at people's weddings or celebrations. Maybe you'll even win local competitions for singing. Maybe you'll even want to be, you'll take your singing into the acting realm and you'll be involved in local theater and experience some level of fame and recognition by being in a theater production. It could even be that. Or it may have nothing to do with that. Maybe what this lesson is here is, hey, if you're passionate about singing, and even though you're not good at it, yet you take lessons and you practice and you become pretty good at singing, you'll show to yourself and you'll prove to yourself that, hey, you know, I can take anything I'm passionate about and put the energy and effort in, and I can be successful in that thing. All right? Like, does that make sense, loves? Wow, that's so beautiful, okay? So there's a lot of ways in which what you're doing will have an effect in other areas in your life, will have more uses than you can even imagine, okay? It's gonna be this journey of owning your confidence, and pursuing your passions. There's going to be, what I'm getting is there's a lot of applications for what you're learning in other areas of your life and in future experiences and future situations. Okay. So this one didn't flip over with the rest of them, so we're going to take it. We have the Knight of Cups here. All right. And we have 10 of Wands, Ace of Swords, Nine of Coins, Temperance. Okay, this is all sort of like chaotic. Five of Coins. All right, so let's take a look at what is pulling through as far as messages from the tarot, right? So this card didn't want to flip over, so we're going to highlight this Knight of Cups, okay? So Knight of Cups is about having this dreaminess, this romanticization. I said romanticization in another video, and I was like, I don't know if that's a word, and I didn't bother to look it up afterward. So romanticizing, there you go, maybe that's a better word. So romanticizing your passions and your desires. And what that means is sort of like having this dreamy, optimistic outlook on your situation, okay? Like this dreaming up like, okay, granted, I'm not a master painter now, but imagine what it would feel like when I feel confident in my painting skills and I develop them and nurture them and they grow and expand. Okay, so I haven't yet confessed to my crush, but imagine what it would be like to be in a relationship with them, like the type of loving connection and time we'll get to spend together, right? So it's about dreaming and imagining these best case scenarios and best outcomes, okay, when it comes to pursuing things that you have passion about and like creating things into your life, manifesting them. So here what I'm also seeing is new way of thinking about things, learning new skills, developing current skills and taking them up a notch. Okay, that's definitely part of this process. And it seems like it looks really difficult and challenging at the moment, but it does get easier with time. Okay, with temperance, what I'm getting the message from temperance is this discipline and this sticking with it and not being intimidated by what's before you, but having the confidence, knowing that you will learn, you will achieve, you will overcome. It's just a simple matter of how long it will take, okay? And that can go fast, that can go slow, but it doesn't matter because the destination is the same. The end outcome is the same. So sticking with it, not giving up on yourself or your dreams, and moving forward, you know, even with the tiniest of steps is still progress. And with this Nine of Coins, you're going to reach this new level of stability, new level of success, right? You're going to put in this work, put in this time and this energy, and look at this bountiful harvest that's coming through. And you're going to be able to share this success, this achievement, this self growth with other people as well. And that's really, really amazing. And that's beautiful, okay? And here with the Five of Coins, right, what I'm actually sensing here, as it kind of lines up with what we were discussing with the first set of cards, is you're going to be able to use your new skill, your new gift in a brand new way, your new connection, your new relationship, and it's going to help nourish and uplift other people that have been feeling sad, that have been feeling out in the cold, that have been in difficult position, maybe seeing you, pursue your dreams despite not having the easiest route is going to inspire other people to pursue their dreams. Okay, maybe you'll even be ultimately a singing instructor or a painting instructor, right? Dating coach, even something like that. And you're going to share your story and your journey of overcoming your challenges with other people and inspire them to do the same on their journey. Okay, and here with the Ten of Wands, I'm seeing, a lot again. Here with the Nine of Coins, we have all these watermelons being grown, and here we have this tree coming out of this skull. So this like rebirth for you, okay? This rebirth to a more bountiful, plentiful, successful, and abundant future as you build up your confidence here. That's going to manifest in beautiful and abundant ways for you moving forward, okay? So let's get some messages here from Angel and Spirit and your higher self as well regarding these spiritual lessons that you're learning. So we have blue star. Follow the light of your inner compass, the blue star. It will lead you to the truth that resides within your soul. So stop worrying about the logistics of it all and just step into your joy, step into your passion, all right? And just go with that flow, go with that current of energy and trust what's inside, what is giving you excitement and joy on the inside. Starseed, raise the vibration of the planet through your radiant loving light. Bam. So that lines up here with this Five of Coins, that what you're going through right now is going to be helpful and beneficial to other people in the future. Oh, courage. That was definitely a theme of what we discussed in your reading. Live your life fearlessly with courage, strength, and determination coming through with that Temperance. Oh my gosh, I love how synchronous and how aligned your reading was. Let me know what you thought about your reading in the comments down below. And I invite you as well to share this video with other people, and also subscribe to this channel, particularly if you enjoy these high vibe readings. Now, to make sure you don't miss out on any readings when they're posted, turn that notification bell on, all right? Now, for those of you that are still feeling a bit apprehensive and not certain if you could do this on your own, guess what? You don't have to. You do not have to do this process on your own. In fact, if you look in the description box down below, there's a link to book an energy alignment session with me. And in that session, I will help you come up with a roadmap. I will help you come up with an action plan that is very doable for you to step into your power here, all right? So book that appointment with me. I'd love to connect with you. And as always, thank you for hanging out with me, Star Fam, sending you all so much love and cosmic hugs. Until next time, bye. Hey there, Star Fam. Welcome back to another reading here at Transform with Ryan. Dun, 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 dun. Shaka. And today we're looking at what spiritual lessons do you need to learn now? So for those of you that were drawn to this final door here, this blue door, this is going to be your reading. Spirit was letting me know that you don't have to worry too much about the message behind the door, and you can dive straight into the oracle cards and then the tarot to explain this lesson, the spiritual lesson that you need to learn now. So this is gonna kind of give you clarity on why you've been going through what you've been going through recently, like what is the underlying lesson of the circumstances and the situation that you find yourself in today. So you have Harvest, Justice, interesting, and fertility. Wow, 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 wow. Okay, so what I'm seeing here as the big lesson for you is basically taking a look back and doing this kind of assessment. So the spiritual lesson here is really all about you reap what you sow. So you're learning some very crucial, some very critical lesson regarding action and consequences. Okay? And so right now, what I'm hearing is that you're in the midst of the consequences part of this progression, and you need to take a look back and see what led you to where you are today. What role did you specifically play in creating this outcome, in creating this situation? And so, what Spirit is saying right now is it's all about owning your actions, owning your choices. And it's not saying that you necessarily made bad choices or anything like that, but it's really taking away what the lesson is. Okay, so for some of you, it's like you find yourself in maybe a really good place right now, and now you can look back and say, okay, what things that did I do in the past that help support and bring me to this conclusion, bring me to this success? And for others of you that are finding yourself in a very difficult or challenging situation, it's about looking back and seeing what choices did I make before that kind of led me on this path to where I am here, where I'm facing this difficult or challenging situation. Okay? And that's this fertility, is you reap what you sow. So where you are putting in your energy and your time, that's what's going to come out. So if you put in energy to nurture a relationship, okay, or nurture your job and your potential for income, then you're going to start seeing results, all right, of what that will yield you when you put energy into that thing, okay? And so, and I'm getting for some of you, it could even be like, hey, I put my money and time into this investment, or I put my money and time into this relationship, and now they're fizzling out. Why is that? And it could be one of the lessons, just to kind of give you some ideas to work with, is it could be maybe you were devoting too much time, too much money into this relationship or investment. So it's like being excessive, overdoing it, okay? And the lesson here is about moderation. So it could be that. So that's just an example, all right? So where you put things, the energy and the time, it's going to grow. And it's like, okay, what grew? What came out of this when I put this energy into it? And again, some of it could be overdoing it, overinvestment versus under investing, underdoing it. I don't even think that's a term. But anyways, and coming back, you reap what you sow. That's just divine justice, divine balance here, okay? And just this justice card is just speaking to action, consequence, action, result, that type of thing. And again, you're in this phase of harvesting. You're seeing the results of your efforts, okay? And again, let's just take a step back away from making it so simple as in like good or bad. All right, let's take a step away back from that, and let's just examine it more as like what exactly happened. So less subjective and more objective, okay? So let me just give you an example of that, because I feel like maybe some of you might need clarity on that, okay? So it could be like, hey, I was in this relationship, I was putting in a lot of time and effort. Maybe it could be that I overcrowded somebody and I didn't give them enough space, and now they're pulling away from me. Now they want to break up, okay? So it's not about like, oh, I did this bad thing, I made a mistake by overcrowding you and getting all up in your grill and all that kind of stuff. No, it's not about that. It's about like, okay, well, now I observe, I see where it's like this person that I was in a relationship with, they have a limit to how much time they want to spend with me, to how much they want me to do for them, and that they value their space. And so in the future, I need to make sure I check in with my lover, whether it's the same person or you end up separating and you find a new lover in the future, I just need to check in with my partner and make sure that, hey, do you feel like you have enough space in this relationship? Hey, do you feel like I'm over doing it with this? Do you feel like you want a little bit more freedom to do things on your own? Like, right? It's about that, communicating that and checking in with your partner about how they're doing. So something like that, okay? So this card jumped out. What do we have here? 9 of Wands. Okay, yes. So what I'm getting with this card, we're going to highlight this a bit since it jumped out, is whatever you've been doing, definitely you've been overexerting. You've been doing too much. It's kind of excessive here, and that's creating a little bit of fatigue, a little bit of tiredness, a little bit of wearing out. And we have these burning skulls here, right? Which is sort of suggesting that something undesirable is happening here, okay? That we didn't quite achieve or get the result that we were hoping for. And it's simply because of excess. And almost, I'm even hearing like this overcompensating. So that could be the deeper meaning here for some of you, that there was some sort of insecurity that was deep within you, and so you overcompensated for that insecurity, okay? And now it's kind of your well-intentioned plan kind of blew up in your face, okay? And so it could, going back to the relationship idea, maybe you have this insecurity of being left, okay? That someone is going to abandon you. And so what you did is you overcompensated and you just got too much in someone else's business and someone else's space. You tried to do too much for them, spend too much time with them, and then they felt crowded and it backfired on you. And instead of bringing you closer together, it pushed them away, all right? You were like, hey, I'm afraid of being abandoned, but if I create some sort of situation or scenario in which I'm indispensable to this person, then maybe they'll stay with me. Okay, and in that effort, you push them away. So hopefully that makes a little bit more sense. Okay, so that's the essence of it, and of course you can apply it to your personal situation. Ace of Wands, 8 of Cups, the Lovers. Okay, so that explains why I was called to speak with a romantic analogy to explain this lesson here. Okay. Maybe some of you, there's like a twin flame kind of connection here, because those are chock full of lessons. 7 of Swords and 3 of Swords. Ah, yes. Okay, so I'm really getting that this definitely has to do with romance here, okay? Maybe some of you were even neglecting your partners, to be honest. That might be the other scenario. And so now someone is considering leaving the situation, okay? Or you could be on the receiving end, all right? Like maybe someone was overdoing it. Maybe someone was crowding you, taking up your energy and your space, and you're like, oh my gosh, give me room to breathe, okay? So it could even be that as well. So, take whatever role applies most to you with your current situation. And so here with the 3 of Swords and the 7 of Swords, there's this energy of betrayal here, this energy of heartbreak and pain and suffering that's coming through as a result of people's actions, okay? And someone is wanting a fresh start, a new beginning, kind of like a do-over, all right? And that may be possible in your relationship, like leaving the past behind, starting fresh, starting new. And for some of you, it might really involve just separating, okay? Separating for now. Maybe you'll come back together in the future, maybe not. Maybe you'll take the lessons you've learned and apply it to your next relationship and have more long-term success with it in that way. But there's definitely this call and this pull for a fresh start, a new beginning, a reset. All right? Because again, someone is feeling betrayed, someone is feeling heartbroken in this situation, and it's, the easy way out is just to kind of leave. Wow. Yeah, so I'm feeling definitely the more of a love vibe from this. So perhaps if this love context doesn't relate to you, then there was a second doorway that was calling to you, and you can go take a look at that reading. So let's see what other messages your spirit guides and angels and higher self have to say regarding this spiritual lesson? I had to just double check that there wasn't another one that flipped out. Okay, well, there we go. Oh my gosh. What? 3? Wow, okay, so I was only doing 3 cards for the other readings, so you get 5. Wow, abundance. So big lessons here, lots to learn, it seems. So what jumped out was fruition and advancement first. So we have rest assured, your dreams and visions will come to fruition. So Spirit is saying, don't look at this as a setback. Don't look at this as a failure and that you're never ever going to achieve success in the future. Not true. Take the lesson. Take the learning with you and then leave behind the rest, okay? Advancement, a strong energy is propelling you forward. Follow the stirrings of your heart. So Spirit is saying, be honest with yourself, okay? Be truthful with yourself. Again, in what ways did you contribute to this outcome? What did you learn, all right? And for those of you that are thinking about leaving the relationship, some of you, maybe you're like, well, we've been together for so long. Or maybe some of you think like, oh, will I really be able to find another relationship that's better than what I have? Like, kind of this energy of I'm just settling. No, follow your heart. Your heart knows best, and your heart knows that you're deserving of the best. Light. It is time to reveal your radiant light to the world. And what this light means to me is a symbolic of truth. Okay, it's time to speak your truth, time to be honest with you and with the other people involved. Love, live your truth and share the love that is in your soul. So again, come through with the vibration and the energy of love, not shame, guilt, blame. Don't bring that energy into this challenging situation. Come from the highest love. Magnificence. You are amazing, magnificent, and unique. But most importantly, you are enough. And what a perfect card and message to end your reading on. So let me know what you thought about your reading. Comment it down below. And I invite you to like this reading, perhaps share it with people that would also benefit from the messages here. And lastly, if this resonates with you, subscribe to this channel so you don't miss out on any other high vibe readings, and turn the notification bell on so you're alerted when a new video is posted. Now, I know this experience can be quite challenging for many of you, and when you're in the thick of things, when you're in the midst of things, it's hard to see clearly the way forward. But never fear, there is help, all right? Look in the description box down below. You'll see there's a link for an energy alignment session with me, yours truly. And when you are in the thick of things, when you're feeling low, it always is beneficial to allow another person to come assist you, all right? And I'm here to do that. I'm here to help guide you towards the best and highest aligned future for you. And we can do that on that energy alignment session. So I look forward to connecting with you there, Star Fam. But otherwise, thank you so much for joining me in this reading today, sending you so much love, support, and soothing energy, and as well as love and cosmic hugs, of course. So see you guys next time. Mwah.